Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm your guy, I am the guy, I am that guy, and today I want to put out this probably a short little video just discussing quarter one music for two reasons mostly. First reason is I haven't uploaded in a while, and I thought of this idea a while ago and I'm like, whatever, I'll make a quarter one video. And the other reason is to give you guys some suggestions of albums that you may have missed, some albums that kind of flew under the radar that I thought were really, really good, that you should definitely check out. That's like about it for the intro, so let's just get right into the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about and discuss would be the good of 2022 quarter one. Albums that I thought exceeded my expectations like drastically, or albums that are just plain amazing that I want you guys to get give some praise to these albums. Let's start with February. February was pretty stacked. Is there anything that really came out in like January? Not really. There wasn't much that came out in January this year, honestly. I mean, the Yard Act album came out in January. The Weeknd came out in January. I wasn't a huge fan of the Weeknd album, to be honest with you, though. But Yard Act, The Overload, we'll start with that. I really like that album. I know it got a lot of it did critically well, but not like how you would expect it to be like critically well. Like users, like the general like public wasn't a huge fan. Like just as an example, 84 critic score on albumoftheyear.org, 67 user score, which is a pretty drastic difference in terms of critics to users on a site like that. Let me check Rate Your Music too. I haven't checked Rate Your Music's score for Yard Act, but I really like the album myself. Could be a little gimmicky, little at times, which is fair, but why won't this show up? But I honestly thought it was just like a really fantastic post-punk album. It did a lot right, it did a lot. It was just, I don't know, I'm just kind of like just like talking to myself here, just trying to figure out. I don't use Rate Your Music. Okay, here. Yeah, on Rate Your Music, it has a 3.11 rating from 1,598 ratings. So yeah, one of the gems is spoken word. That's like all I have to say about The Overload. It was really fun post-punk record. It has downsides. Rich wasn't a great song. Land of the Blind's a really good song though. Land of the Blind is great. The Overload's pretty great. Witness, despite it being like a minute 21, it's also really good. Tall Poppies was really good. Mostly for the writing. Tall Poppies' writing is really interesting to me. There were a lot of songs here that I did not care for. my 89 score might be a little high, a little generous, but yeah. If you don't like The Overload, it's fine. It makes sense. What else? The new Big Thief album, Dragon Knew I'm Not and I Believe in You. It's just beautiful all around. I gave it a 97. It's an incredible indie folk record. That's like enough said. The only problem that I have with it is that it's a little long. Like it could have been shortened just like a little. Like if you like let's look at this track list right here. Of these 20 tracks, there's definitely like you can definitely cut out like 4. Like the only place you could probably do without. What are my track ratings for these? I don't remember Blurred View like at all. Sparrow you could probably do without. There's a few songs that you could just do without, but that's like the only complaint that I have. That I have with this. The rest of it was, all of it's phenomenal, but yeah. In particular, check out Simulation Swarm, Promises a Pendulum, and Wake Me Up to Drive. Those are my 3 favorites. Those tracks are phenomenal. I'm saving New Black Country, New Red for last. The last thing I'm talking about before Black Country, New Red is the new Blade album. Blade and Echo, probably Echo or Eco, probably Echo. I don't know, I'd be Eco, yeah, Eco 2K, Echo 2K and Blade collaborate to make Crest, which is a incredibly soothing and lovely cloud rap album. That the more I listen to it, the more I just fall in love with it completely. I love this album. It does everything right for me. It hits me right where it's so good. It's so good. Just listen to the whole project. It's only 30 minutes long. I'm not even gonna give you like tracks to listen to. Oh, okay, I will. Chaos Follow, cool. Chaos Follows, 5-star Crest for Veteran, and The Flag is Raised. Those are my suggestions to you, because those are my 3 favorites of the album. And I'm already 6 minutes. I am just rambling at this point, dude. I talked way too much for Yard Act. I didn't want this video to be that long. But let's get into my album of the year so far, and probably my album of the year period. And from Up There, Black Country, New Road. I've never listened to an album that I've given 100 to almost every song, but like this is it right here. The only songs that I didn't give 100s was Bread Song and Mark's Theme. I didn't give it 100 to Bread Song because it's an amazing song surrounded by like perfect songs. Like when you take Bread Song and put it on the same level with like Chaos Space Marine, Concord, The Place Where You Insert the Blade, Snow Globes, Basketball Shoes, even Haltered and Goodwill Hunting, Bread Song just stands out, in my opinion. It's like a slightly worse track. That's just me, though. That's just me. I didn't give Mark's Theme at 100 because the beginning of Mark's Theme, like the minute or so intro to it, was like fine. It didn't blow me away like everything else did with this album. But it redeemed itself really well with the beautiful actual like theme with the piano and saxophones. Like the actual music before the little saxophone is like intro, I guess. Once it gets into like I can't think of a good word for it. I'm blanking here, but once it gets into like the theme, it's beautiful, like the rest of the album. You need to listen to this album. There is no exceptions. But yeah, that's all I got for the best albums. Let's get into the worst albums. Okay, starting off the worst albums, there weren't really too many bad albums that I listened to in Q1, but there were a few. Let's begin. There's only like 3 I want to talk about here. There's a lot of mid this year, though. There was a lot of mid. Okay, let's go over the mid quickly first. New Spoon album did not click with me at all. Earl Sweatshirt also did not click with me. New Charlie XCX did not click with me. Apologies for that. Animal Collective didn't really click with me. Foxtails also weirdly. You may know the new Foxtails album, the one that got really popular, Screamo. I really liked it on first listen, but the more I went back to it, the more bored I just got. Like I couldn't get anything out of that album from repeated listens. I mean, like nothing at all. It was like, I think like the biggest reason is because that album's like the biggest reason why I liked it was because it always like exceeded my expectations. Like each time it just sounded like blew me away in a way, but not in a way that I was like mesmerized, but in a way I was like, wow, that's really neat. But the more I came, unexpected. That's the word. It was unexpected. The more I listened to it, but going into it more, I know what's gonna happen, and when I hear it again, I'm like, this is from like a more critical standpoint, not just like me trying to like I guess not giving it the benefit of the doubt. I just didn't really click with it nearly as much as I did on first listen. Um, yeah, the bad albums that I gave below 5, starting with the new Avril Lavigne, gave it like a highest 4. It wasn't that bad. Like it could have been way worse. Granted, it's a pop punk album in 2022, but it. I'm like honestly, I don't even like this album because it wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life, which is a lot to say. And honestly, I was just thankful that I came out of this album not like disgusted. Like it wasn't good, but it wasn't like the worst thing I've ever heard, and that was plenty for me. I was satisfied listening to this album the whole time. That being said, I'll probably never come back to this ever. But hey, what can you do? I also didn't like the new Oliver Trees. I don't think anyone did really though. Uh, I don't even remember this album. Why did I hate this? It was like really like lame. Let me here. Let me hear my review so I can get a refresher. I'm dropping 20s in this. Cigarettes got 20 out of 100. Track rating for me. There are a huge number of problems with this album, but I've pinpointed the main reason why I think this album flopped. Oliver tries too hard and doesn't try at all. Yeah, he played his character the whole time, and it really annoyed me. But not in a creative way at all. He was just like, look at me, I'm playing a character, being really cool and edgy, and it was mad annoying throughout the whole runtime. It doesn't really add anything either, like at all. It was just ridiculously boring, ridiculously generic for all retreat. It just kind of disappointed me in a way. And it doesn't sound country like at all either. Like listening to this album, there are country elements granted, but I wouldn't call this country pop or even like country. I would call it indie pop, and then maybe like be I guess indie pop or country pop after. But honestly, I go like indie pop, pop rock, and then country pop. Yeah, not impressed. New Albert Tree, not for me. Now, last album we're gonna talk about is the new Machine Gun Kelly, which is a disaster. It's a modern tragedy. Oh my god, dude! I listened to that album and I was just like waiting for it to be over. It was so it was boring. It was horrible writing, uncreative writing, and just really generic writing. Awful, nightmare. What else was bad? Incredibly generic instrumentation, like zero, zero ambition. And when I mean zero, I mean zero. Like he's like trying to like act like so like brave because he's making pop punk in 2022, but the pop punk he's making is so generic and boring. Oh man, this album is just bad, dude. It's trash. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, dude. The little rollout, like these tracks, dude. Oh my god, this track listing. I forgot how bad this track listing is. Emo girl, emo girl. I hate that song. Oh my god, dude. I'm looking at these tracks and I'm just remembering how terrible how terrible these songs were. That's all I'm gonna talk about because I don't want to remember this album ever again. So yeah, that's it. Let's get into our final category. Albums that you missed. Okay, now let's finish this off with albums that I really liked that you may have missed. Oh, also I might here. Okay, let me go through like a quick little EP section here too. I only listened to two EPs, the whole quarter one. And that was the new Paranol and the new Weezer. The Weezer I thought was all right. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad in any sense. It started slow, but it picked up like exponentially in the second half. I don't have much to say about it. It was cool. It was sweet. It was nice. I enjoyed my time with it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else they have in store for the other seasons. Particularly winter, dude. If I get a Weezer Christmas album, I might lose it. It might be the best thing I've ever heard. I don't think I'd be able to contain myself if I get a Weezer Christmas album. Oh, dude, just thinking about that, it'd be so amazing. I need a Weezer cover of Carol of the Bells. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that winter EP. It's gonna be so good. Anyways, Paranol was incredible. It was like listening to see the next part of the dream for the first time again. It was beautiful. It was incredible. It's just the B-sides of to see the next part of the dream, pretty much. But it's just as incredible as the album. If you haven't listened to this, I implore you to please give this and to see the next part of the dream a shot, because they are classic shoegaze projects already. Anyways, let's get into what you may have missed. There's like 2, maybe 3 albums that I want to talk about here. Let's start with the one that I have rated the least. Jaren with his new album, It's Hard to See Color When You're So Impossibly Far Away. This isn't too it's a little underground. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a nice glitch pop. It was nice. It was produced really well too. Like the production was really great. Some of it's a little weird. It's like it started to fall off towards the end, but it picked up again right at the end. But I had a really good time with this album. It's a little long, but as long as you have like 50 minutes to an hour, then give this album a try. Especially if you like glitch pop or indie tronica, I think you'll really have a good time with this one. We also have Fuss. I think a band from Nevada making We're Not Alone, which is like a emo pop punk, really short, really sweet album. Power pop too. You could probably put on there. It's a really short album and it's a really sweet album. Like it's good. Like it's really sweet. It's really cute. It's just an adorable little project. Like wrapped in like just like this huge, amazing. I don't know what I'm talking about, but the point I'm trying to make is this is a really adorable little project that you need to listen to. If you like emo or even like short projects, and this sounds like it interests you, then check this out. Give it a listen. I don't think you'll be too disappointed. And even if you are, it's only 14 minutes, so you're not wasting too much of your time. And now the biggest one that I wanted to discuss is Internet Folk Songs by Monkey and the Permaversions. Now, I know you might be a little taken aback with a name like that, but they make some of the most beautiful lo-fi that you'll ever hear in your life. Like this lo-fi shoegaze stuff is like ridiculous. it was so sweet to listen to in the first time, and it just keeps getting better the more I listen to it. It's adorable. Oops, it's incredible. You need to listen to this. This is the one that I want you to listen to the most. And one of the main reasons why I'm making this video is like a public service announcement to listen to internet folk songs by Monkey and the promo versions, and Answer from Up There, and a new Blade project, honestly too. But yeah, but especially this one because this, while it's not perfect and it's not going to be my album of the year, it probably will be on my top 15 list, and it's really good. Just give this a listen if you like lo-fi or like anything that's like that like sounds like I don't know how to put it, but if you like beautiful music, serene music, any emotion like that, just check out this project. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. You'll have a great time with this album. That's all I got for you. This video ended up being way longer than I wanted it to be, and there's like no edits either, so it's gonna be really boring. So if you made it all the way here, I think thank you so much. You're listening to me ramble for like 20 minutes about quarter one music for zero reason. But yeah, that's all I have. Make sure to have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video that I make. I don't know what it's gonna be. We'll find out. Have a great day.